You treat bonjour like a language.
The dog. The dog is like selling one. Oh my god. Every day when you're walking down the street, everybody that you meet.
Well, all Sidemen and all these other content creators, they're all out in.
I like Dubai and stuff now, don't they?
know.
That's mental though, to be fair.
Fucking bastards.
It is, but then I think like 5 years ago I would have never thought to go to Dubai.
True. It is very a new thing.
That's what I mean. I feel like it's just one of them trends.
Yeah,
It's the same like
I don't
Mykonos.
have much of a pull to go to Dubai.
No, I don't. It just seems like rich people walking around like it.
Yeah, just
It
like
doesn't seem like there's much there apart from Lamborghinis and.
yeah, it's like
I'd rather go
it's
somewhere
cool,
like
like
Crete,
but yeah, you'd rather see somewhere beautiful, you know,
like actually
go to
fully
Italy
explore
and,
the world.
and you'll have that's in your brain forever.
Yeah, I think
you can
it's
see
like-
a stupid little fancy car in it.
Anyway,
No
yeah.
one cares.
But
But beautiful like sightseeing.
waterfalls and
Oh.
stuff. I see it on TikTok and I'm like, yo, I want to take like a gap year and
Yeah.
just go
See
travelling
the
for 6
world.
months and like
Yeah.
not like go Bali and places like that.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, very.
But it's same like what is it, Mykonos? Like loads of like football players and stuff all go on Mykonos, don't they? So I was listening to that.
That's Greece, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Greece. I was listening to what's he called? You know, Ben Foster.
Yeah.
He does a podcast, and they got this like super fan on of someone.
Hmm.
They got like 2 super fans on, like Mark Goldbridge, I think, and they were like, "Oh, if anyone's like an autograph hunter or anything like, you know, people that just go get people's autographs."
Yeah.
At the end of each football season, go to the biggest airport near you at 8 o'clock if they're flying to Mykonos, and you will 100% be able to get like 5 interviews.
Wow.
Because he says everyone just goes.
Wow. Like even not just footballers, like celebrities.
But I think it's like a footballer thing. But I think like a lot of people do go now because it's like trendy and it to go and
Yeah.
stuff. But I'm not a big fan of all that.
No.
I'd rather go the middle of nowhere in Greece.
Yeah.
Little village.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
just beautiful little villages that you can just chill.
Yeah, you take the
Sit.
sun in, mate. Do you
On
know
a
what I
little
mean?
ice
Nice
cream.
food.
Oh.
And when I went away with Nico, we went to Crete, and like it was literally in the mid. Well, it felt like it was in the middle of nowhere. It was just a little town. They had a few restaurants. They had
Yeah.
like a beachside bar and all that. And then all eat like this place that did these milkshakes.
Oh yeah.
And I remember there was this woman who worked there,
Hmm.
and like she was proper nice, but I swear all she knew how to say was like "you're welcome." In
What, in
English.
English?
Yeah, so she
Yeah, but to be fair, you are in her country. so-
Oh yeah, yeah.
you should really know.
And
more.
she'd say it really quick. She'd go, "You're welcome," like that. It used to probably make us laugh. We used to go, she'd go, "You're welcome, woman." What is it? I feel like English people are proper arrogant in a way.
Rude.
So rude.
We fully go to other
Expect
countries and it
everyone-
truly expects everyone to know the English language.
I know, but then they do. It is like the most commonly spoken language.
Yeah, it is, but
But it is
we shouldn't
rude.
expect it of people.
Mm.
We don't know. We don't know any others.
I barely know. I know like bonjour and hola
You know bonjour. What?
and hola. No, but you know what I mean?
But you treat bonjour like a language.
language.
What fucking language is bonjour?
No, but you know what I mean.
I knew.
You know how you like.
I know.
like the
You
bare
know
minimum.
bonjour and the bad.
But then if you go like France or something like, and you're just talking like kind of normal but broken English, that you can have a conversation with someone.
Yeah.
If they came over here and was
Well,
speaking
I'll help.
French, even
No, but
broken
then again,
French,
if you do proper travelling, like you said you want to do, if you go to the rural areas, you're not getting help if you don't know French. You've got to know what you're doing. Because
oh yeah,
in the major
like,
city,
I don't think like in France they probably know, but in like places like
no, in rural area, because Neve's her and her dad, because they go for the cycling Tour de France a lot. And I
I
think
bet that's
that
well
they-
cool.
well, that's the thing, they didn't fly. They've got a little camper, so they started in quite rural areas. And they got a few trains and stuff. And in those rural areas, there's no help for any other. You have to. It's just a rural area. It's like if a guy from Spain went to Filey. Like you've got no chance.
Yeah, true.
But if they go to London, they've got a
better chance,
Yeah,
yeah,
because it's a
yeah.
major city. You go into Scarborough, you're a bit fucked.
Yeah, yeah, I get what you mean. That is pretty mad. I mean, the one place I want to go out of everywhere got to be Canada.
Really?
I don't know why. I don't like, you know, when you can't give a reason. Never been.
Whereabouts though?
I don't know. I've never really seen.
Like
any
the city,
photos
like
of it.
Toronto,
No,
or
no,
like
the
views.
Like the views, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just like feel like I really want to go.
I don't blame you there.
I think it'd be so good.
To be fair, we should go together. You know, I've got family in Canada.
I don't know. Maybe
We could stay there.
like,
Their house is worth about $500,000. So.
Really? I feel like everyone's got massive houses over there. Same with America, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people do just have big houses for some reason. But it's because they got more land, don't they, than over here. Over here, we're like sardines in a can. Like we're all
True.
just crammed in.
You don't even own it, but the house you're renting for overpriced is worth about $350,000, and it's got one bathroom and one bedroom.
I know.
It's definitely bad down south.
Well, down south, like
Well-
up here is like sick compared to down south.
When I was staying in Reading for a bit,
Mm.
I went to Whitley ABC, and the bloke I just having a chat with him, and he noticed I was from up north and stuff, and he was just saying like, "Oh, I love up north. Like, you got it so much easier up there. I personally think." And I was like, you don't really get it. Most Southerners are fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he were like, "No, it's bad down here because the houses
So
nowadays."
Well,
He's
yeah.
like, "I live in a council estate house, and it costs what a doctor should be paying for an house. You know, like a doctor could only just afford my house. It's
crazy,
stupid,
man.
and like it's like no one owns houses now down here because we can't afford it.
But no one can anyway, can they? Really?
Even up north, it's still bad.
But yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, when I went away to Croatia,
Yeah.
because like apart from me and Amara, they were all from like down south and stuff. And I was talking to some of them like, "Oh, are you looking to move out, looking at houses and stuff?" And they were like I was saying, "Yeah, I'll look at houses like maybe 100 grand, 120." Do you know what I mean? So you could get like a decent deposit, like at least 10% on it. And they can't get up for that down there. It's like
No.
200,000 minimum.
Yeah,
It's like double.
20,000.
Yeah, everything's like double. And I'm like flipping it. But I know they get paid a bit more wage, like the minimum wage on there is a bit more, but not
It's
enough
not
to
much
make
on-
up the
no,
double.
it's-
Do you know what I mean?
I think so. What is it? Like 30p more? Not even that.
30p an hour.
No, 30p more
Oh.
an hour.
Oh, it's probably something like that, yeah.
It's stupid.
He's mental. And I remember I was talking to Maya and she said there's someone at a uni who works in London
Yeah.
doing an apprenticeship. And she said she literally don't live anywhere near the city centre, lives as far out as she can. And
Shows
I
about
think-
an hour or so.
more, I think. And then her rent was like over £1,000 a month. For like a one little bed box flat.
So stupid.
Mental, innit? No, I was going to say, so basically, so I think it's mad. You know, like when we were kids, we'd sit and we'd watch Sidemen, we'd watch stuff like that for ages.
And who would it be? Sidemen, like Joe Weller.
Yeah, Chris
Um,
MD.
TGF.
Oh, TGF.
They're still about now, but they're not.
I
what
swear they
they
make
used
one
to-
like once every 3 months or
No,
something.
that's not-
And it's not the same, is it really?
No.
But like, because they've all kind of grown up a bit.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, I think it's so crazy that, like, when we were younger, like Alex's age, like from 10 and under, YouTube wasn't even a thing. Like, you go on YouTube and you'd watch like cat videos of like top 10 funniest
But,
like, memes and stuff.
Yeah, it'd be like, and it'd be
Like cats jumping off buildings, it'd be like, this cat has now got
From
8 lives.
Videos looks like it's been videoed on potato. Like,
Yeah,
proper
yeah.
dodgy videos.
But now, like, that's like the main. I'd say that's like the main source of entertainment for most kids.
Well, yeah, because
no one
people.
listens to.
Because it's sad to be fair, because low level production was fine on YouTube. Like if you're looking at KSI, fucking
When they first-
KFC's
would've been on
closed
phones and
down.
that,
It's just
yeah.
his mum and dad on couch like, like, but
Yeah, yeah.
with his stupid like iPhone, like it's just nothing. It's low level production, but that's what was hitting. But now you've got
You can't that
YouTubers
low
with-
man at all.
you've got YouTubers with TV setups. You've got people
Well, yeah,
with
I was,
cameras for them. Like
I listened to one of the True Geordie podcasts. I think it was the one with Logan Paul. And like the first thing he said was, "It's insane you set up here." He said it's better than like some TV shows he's been on in America and stuff.
Who was saying that? Logan.
Yeah, yeah. And he ain't gonna be on.
Yeah, no.
He ain't gonna be on all
because
this
he
bad,
well,
is
his
he?
brother on Disney and stuff.
That's what I mean. They're not gonna be on some crappy little TV show. Like it'll
Yeah.
be something big. If it's not big over here, it'll be big over there. Do you know what I mean? And these YouTubers have got better
I've
selves
got
than
this
him.
stuff. Yeah.
All at the same.
It's mental.
These.
So what we used to watch.
But then I think that, but then it's like, I'm kind of not surprised because I don't, like kids nowadays.
Well, money talks, really.
Well, when we were kids, what do we watch? Like CBBC and like CBeebies, like all the Freeview stuff, or like stuff on Sky, like Cartoon Network and stuff. Kids don't watch that nowadays.
You don't think? Yeah.
Well, my little brother don't.
He doesn't watch Cartoon Network.
Don't watch any, I just watch YouTube.
He doesn't watch telly.
No. Watches YouTube. Watches football videos. Watches
Ellen
Mr.
is a bit
Beast.
old now, so she doesn't watch that stuff anyway. True. Wow.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and I think that'll be most kids' age.
Yeah, true. Because I just sat watching, like, what? Tekka's Kid or whatever. Isn't it?
Yeah, and stuff like that, and like F2 freestyles, like.
See, I loved a bit of Cartoon Network, me, and
Yeah, I did like cartoon. I saw
iCarly.
Johnny
So
Test,
stupid.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Johnny Test.
Johnny Test was so good. I used to watch with the dog. The dog used to like tell him all the time. And he had them two sisters that were twins.
Yeah.
And the little
That was
fat guy.
Oh,
who
because
was
he used
the
to
bad
flirt
guy.
on his sister.
Yeah, he used to
didn't
fancy his sisters. Well, Johnny Test was sick. I swear I watched that.
How does it go, the song?
Johnny Test. But I remember then he's like Johnny Test. Like,
Yeah.
he's so good. But like, if you showed a kid that nowadays, they'd think that was tacky. Do you know what I mean? Like, they wouldn't think that's.
Well,
good
one thing
quality
is tacky,
stuff.
that's quite like an old, that's quite a...
Yeah, but like,
I
when
know what
we
you mean,
kids,
the one like...
everything kind of had like a jingle.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, remember like News Round and stuff?
Yeah.
Like Hacker Time. Like, they all had like songs.
Time.
They all had like songs
Yeah,
at the
true,
start, like the
still.
intro ones with songs. Like catchy things. But nowadays,
It was
like,
golden though, I wouldn't
I thought it was.
imagine any other...
Remember
I
Arthur?
wouldn't like-
Remember Arthur?
Oh my god.
Every day when you're walking down the street, and everybody that you meet. I don't know the rest of
So
it.
the
Do
song.
you know what I mean?
When I say,
Hey, what a wonderful time today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everything had a
There's a
jingle.
little
But now, he's like, welcome back. It's
Yeah.
me, Mr. Beast.
Hey, it's...
Oh, I'm gonna have to take that out. But nah, like, it's like, it's Mr. Beast giving away £1 million to
Yeah,
Corona.
and think about kind of it's a bit fucked up, isn't it? Like kids just used to think, oh, like, oh, I'm giving away £1 million. Like, why? They shouldn't be watching that, really.
Well, nah, because it devalues money, doesn't it?
Isn't it?
We watched Hacker Time where this guy was, this puppet dog was like doing
Yeah.
backflips and stuff.
Talking about like, I don't know, stupid foot, like just
Stuff that
teacher
doesn't
comedy.
matter, like,
yeah,
your brain dead stuff, but it was like the best stuff.
yeah. Horrible histories.
Oh, that had tunes in it as well. Horrible histories. The groovy Georgians. I don't know if that was it. But you know what I
It
mean?
was in it.
Was it?
Yeah, the groove.
Oh, the moody medievals and stuff like that.
Oh god. Yeah, I know. Now there's.
Like, it's mad how times like changed on TV and stuff.
And even when, I'd say even YouTube changed, because when we were like 14 and stuff,
Well,
like when watching Sidemen, FIFA tournaments and
GTA, Simon
SBC,
GTA.
yeah, they didn't put much effort in, but we just enjoyed the camaraderie, whatever the word is,
Yeah, I think it was less like.
the production of it.
Yeah,
just
the
more
production of it was probably
natural,
less effort.
just
But-
all lads together having a laugh.
But the like making of it was probably a lot longer, I could
They're
imagine.
just juiced, just
Just jacked, bro.
gelled together, didn't they?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And like DJ when he was hanging off that windowsill and he pissed his pants.
Oh yeah, me and Fairclough used to watch TGF all the time.
We used to sit in our room,
Yeah,
you and Fairclough,
yeah.
in your
We'd
room
literally
watching
finish
it.
school, go back to mine, and we'd watch TGF videos for hours. The ones that we watched the day before,
I
we'd
think,
watch
and
them
if it's weird because if we did that now, like say we all went to like uni together. Say we all went to uni together, we wouldn't go back to yours and like watch YouTube together, would we?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
We wouldn't do that.
I remember TGF.
But it was the
video.
best thing going back to yours and just watching YouTube. That was I
I'd
met a
do it
love
for
that.
hours as well. Like, you wouldn't even get tired of it, would you?
Now you should be happy,
Oh, we watched KSI.
content.
I remember one time, I remember we must have been watching KSI for hours because we all fell asleep. And I remember my mum told me in the morning, she came in at like 7 in the morning and said, "Oh, what were you watching last night? There was this guy on your TV just screaming."
Because he is loud, innit?
And she was like, "It just seemed a bit weird." But, like, we were creasing.
To be fair, I remember when I was younger, right? Do you remember Harry's sister?
Harry's sister?
Rotashaw's sister.
Not really, no.
You don't remember? You know who Rotashaw is, don't you? Harry.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do you not remember his sister? What, Rose or something?
I remember his brother. Because he had a little brother, didn't he?
He had a
does have
sister, and everyone fancied his sister.
Was she blonde? I think I know who you
You know,
mean.
she had brown hair. No, she's not
Oh.
famous. She wasn't in the videos or anything, but everyone just knew her sister, and like everyone fancied her sister. Well, they always used to take the mick out of him for it, and there was a full like, you know, KSI used to do skits.
Oh, yeah.
And my mum walked in at the wrong time, and and I'm at like 14, and he's talking about, oh, I can't wait to bend her over and ram her like a fucking rabbit or something, hump her like a fucking wild rabbit. And he's talking about absolutely bending over his sister. My mum just walks in like, "You never watching KSI ever again, never
I
ever."
bet you were fuming.
I was gutted.
You were crying.
Oh my god, I not watch what I was watching. It was a skit.
You
It
watch
just-
it like religiously now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, never mind back then.
Yeah, and oh, she was so. You're never watching him again. It's very rude.
It's like
To
more
talk about
mainstream
humping
now,
his
though, isn't it, as well? YouTube.
It's like telly, isn't it? It's just
No, but that's what I think.
all
so-
ads on it.
Yeah, I
Used to
think
be
it
like
tipped.
a 10-second ad, and now you're getting like 3
I mean, the
ads a video.
Simon like massive thing, like smashed it out, made it what it is, and I think like YouTube boxing.
Well,
like,
like, the British scene of it.
well, all of it.
Well, no. Well, all of you think the Sidemen did it?
Not they didn't make it, but like they were part of it. That like pushed it over to like be more mainstream. But especially
know, I
in the
think-
UK. Because you go around
Because
the
you got
UK,
because we forget about like these Indian channels and Asian channels. We're talking
like
you know, like
streamers.
Bollywood.
They all like
They're-
streaming stuff as well, don't they? And
Like no, but they've got like full on like TV on there, and they're like on 16 million followers.
that's crazy.
That's like double KSI, and that's probably what. And then you've got like PewDiePie and stuff. Who's
Yeah,
on,
well-
like what's he on 100 million?
I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I
he's
swear he's
somewhat
on
mental,
100.
innit?
And
And
that's
tell you what, I've never watched any of his videos.
You know what? No, I just knew bitch lasagna. That's all I knew from him.
The only thing, latest thing I've seen about PewDiePie is that it kept coming up on my Instagram that he had like a mental wedding.
Oh, is
Like
it?
his wedding was like one of the most expensive weddings like ever or something like that.
Oh, really?
Something nuts, yeah.
To that, he will have a lot of dough.
So much money. But like, it's because it is so mainstream as well now.
Yeah.
Like, even I think YouTube boxing was probably a massive thing to push it over. Because I feel like that brought a whole different kind of audience to it.
Well, yeah, because it was like
Like even my dad
'cause-
knows who like Logan Paul is and stuff now.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? And
Because
like,
remember when Eddie Earn were like first getting involved in it, he didn't
Mm.
want it because he were like, oh, it's just gonna be kids running about these stupid YouTubers.
but you don't realize.
And I don't
the-
think he realised how professional, even though they are idiot, like kind of kiddie, like
But the
that's how they make the
production,
money.
yeah.
But the production and the actual professional side of it, behind the scenes, he didn't realise how professional they'd be and how
Mm.
serious they'd take it. And yeah,
It's pretty mad,
definitely.
isn't it?
And like, because I think he did just think it'd just be kids, but
Like pissing
and
around with
and
like
at the end of
phones
it,
and
he's
stuff.
probably made more money than he's ever made, really.
Yeah,
Apart from
it's
like
insane.
apart from the big heavyweight fights like Tyson Fury and Joshua and.
Well, think like how many boxing fights get that much publicity? Of
Not
like
much
amazing
nowadays, really.
boxers.
Yeah, because
And then there's
Canelo,
Jake
he's earning
Paul.
like Canelo, he's probably earning less than like Logan Paul and KSI.
And Jake
he's
Paul,
one of the greatest
who's
about
he
them.
fighting? Jake Paul fights like
Fights absolute fucking
people that have never boxed in their lives.
vegetables, and
And he'll
he
make
earns-
that will not even that he earns that much more. His fight will get that many more views.
much more publicity. I know, and
It's crazy, innit?
It is sad. It is shows it's how you play the game because there's
Even
these
with, like-
fighters, these lightweight fighters who are putting their lives into boxing and they get
From,
into
like,
these
what,
world
6 years
championships.
old, you know what
yeah,
I mean?
and they get into these world championship belts, but because like some of them are like international or just kind of boring characters. It's an entertainment sport at the moment.
Well, it's like
So no one cares. So they
it's
don't
like
get
Conor
much
McGregor, isn't it?
Yeah, like he's not the best ever, but he
I
knew
think-
how to entertain.
I think he was like one of the first people in our generation that knew how to like entertain
Yeah.
in like the fighting world, especially in UFC. So
Yeah.
I remember like when we were kids, you play a UFC game. It's just 20 stone guys that just throw each other around and knock each other out, which is cool. But he brought like some.
Yeah.
I don't know UFC inside out, so there's probably loads of other people that did do that.
Yeah,
for
definitely. 'Cause
someone
were
who doesn't really
Mike
watch it-
Chael Sonnen and he were quite funny.
Yeah, but for someone who don't really watch it, he's like the first one
You think of.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you watch. Yeah, true.
because he was funny and he knew how to like push
Yeah.
people's buttons
Because I didn't
really well.
like.
He's a
I
bit of a
never
dick,
truly liked him. He was always a dick, but I
He is
could.
now,
I
but,
could.
like,
It's proper
he's
dick
funny,
now,
innit?
but exactly, you could
He's
never
funny.
say he's not funny. I remember this guy's like.
and he was pretty good to like back it up.
Yeah,
Like,
because he was sick. I remember that video and that guy was like, "Oh, do you know what wrestling is, Connor?" Connor just goes, "I'll rest my balls on your forehead." The funniest thing is like, "I'll rest my balls on your forehead." The crowd just goes ballistic.
He's funny, man.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, and it like just brings
But
because
people want to
YouTube
see him.
boxing and stuff like that. The main part is that bit. Like the boxing's not actually the main part. The main part is the lead up.
Oh, yeah.
The entertainment, like the press
That's where
conferences.
you make the most money, really. Think about it.
And it's like that's what entices people into it. Not really like the actual fight. No, like not many people.
Well,
If they-
no. Like definitely people want to see, but like,
no, but I mean,
yeah,
if they didn't build it up at the press conferences,
no one would watch
They-
the fight. I think so.
yeah. If they were just not all nice, like respectful, which is fair enough. But like, it don't get as many views. No one cares about it as much.
No, because people want to see people hate each other. At the end of the day, people
Yeah.
want to see this. Like when people are playing all nice guy and shaking hands, and some people do like it. My dad's quite like that. My dad, he always likes the nice fighters. I don't know if you heard of like Golovkin and stuff.
Yeah.
And
But I mean,
my dad's like he just prefers see and.
to a point,
Not
I
much
do.
of it. I do, and Chris Eubank, he likes seeing these nice fights, but most people just want to see people smash
Yeah,
their
like,
head
you do
and
like
just
it.
Chat absolute
You're like-
garbage. to
Like
each other.
gentleman, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's a good guy. Like, you should watch him.
Yeah,
Like, you feel like you should watch that,
yeah,
but you'd rather watch the two guys swear and try to
Yeah,
smack each other in press conference.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely.
Throwing tables at each other.
Yeah.
Like, you'd rather watch
yeah,
that. Do you know what I mean?
1,000,000%.
And it's pretty. It's like how you're wired, innit? I think 99% of people are wired that way.
Yeah, definitely. They want to see. If they've not, I think it's more a passion thing as well. If you've not got the passion to watch like UFC, to watch all the background fighters,
Yeah.
then if you're not that into fighting and just want to see the main fights, most of the time, yeah, you just want to see people chat shit to each other.
I say it's kind of the same with football. Because like friendly games.
True, it's kind of boring nowadays,
Well,
really.
yeah, friendly games no one really cares about. Like, let's be
But,
honest, you
but
don't.
even the competitive side, because I remember seeing
Because it's
someone
not
saying,
competitive anymore.
well, it's like when seeing
Because it's all money based, innit?
Yeah, when you see
Tell you
like
what.
Klopp and Pep Guardiola like shaking hands and being all nice to each other,
Boring,
but
innit?
people
It's a
want to
bit of a
see them
bore.
like
Like Alex
Not like
Ferguson
each
and
other.
Wenger didn't like each other. do you know what I mean?
like
They
you
got
kind of
at
want to
each
see
other.
it because it's competitive.
It's the same with players. in
Vieira
press conferences.
and Keane.
Like you see, fair enough, like they're all hugging each other and like they're gonna play with England next week, but players didn't care. Like it did.
Well, look at England. We had a
Smashing
sick
each
side,
other.
but most of them hated each other.
Yeah.
So that's why they didn't really perform. Because
Like-
the big players were from the big clubs, and the big
clubs,
clubs
yeah.
didn't like each other because it were like Gerrard and Rooney, Ferdinand and I don't
And
know,
club football meant so
Carragher,
much
whatever.
more back then. Well, now it's just money and publicity, like it's the same with everything. But I watched that Soccer Ed last night. That even highlighted it even more. That like it's moving away from mainstream TV. Everything is. 'Cause there was like chunks on it. There was that Noel Beck on it. The guy who does TikTok.
Yeah, it's just all TikTokers, isn't it?
Well, they were like the two main ones that weren't mainstream TV that I could think of off the top of my head. And obviously there was like a few pros, like Mark Noble played.
Did
it
they?
was so
I
unfair.
didn't watch it.
He literally retired like 2 weeks ago.
Did he bully him all?
Yeah, yeah, he was insane. You could tell he wasn't even trying either.
Really?
Like he was match fit to play in Premier League,
What the hell?
and like you could tell he wasn't trying, and he was just so easy for him.
Bloody hell.
But yeah, I was like, what was I saying? I was on about like even them coming up with something like Soccer Ed. Because when you think of something like Soccer Ed, you think of like ex pros, Russell Howard, Michael McIntyre. You know, people that are on like mainstream TV,
like
Maya Jama.
they're not like YouTube and stuff that made it in the entertainment business without
Like-
social media.
Yeah, the people who did it without social media, they're on like TV and stuff,
Yeah.
on actors and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like you expect to see people like that, but now it's slowly going into like there's the odd
Yeah.
comedian and stuff, but soon and soon.
Well, I don't think it'll slowly fully go into it, but there's going to be more.
Yeah, it'll slowly grow more into the
'Cause-
YouTubers,
well,
the social
if-
media side.
That's the thing, because the people
influencers.
soon there won't really be any people who just made it into the entertainment business without social media, because anyone trying to make it in the entertainment business nowadays
You have
are
to have-
using social media.
I feel like
So-
you have to.
Yeah, because
you can't not.
if you're already there before social media, fair enough. Because we don't. Jim Carrey doesn't need to use his phone, does he? Or
Yeah,
it's
but
his
the same
Facebook.
with Adam
But-
Sandler,
But if
legend,
you're a comedian, you want to make it up, you're gonna be posting your little clips on.
TikToks,
It's like that.
Instagram.
Well, yeah, it's like that Jack on TikTok. What's he called? He's
Jack.
always he's always the alpha on TikTok. He's like, "Do you want to go, Zach?"
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
about?
Has he got the black hair?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because he obviously wants
Does,
to
like,
be a
little skits
comedian
and stuff.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah,
just
he's
uploading
funny.
them all on TikTok, and that's how you're gonna make it if you want to do it.
So you get noticed.
Yeah, because you can't really do it any other way nowadays, really.
Well, I feel like
Maybe
you,
you can. I don't know.
I feel like you can, but I feel like you're at
It's harder.
such a disadvantage.
Yeah, so you might as well.
Because it's same with like TV programs that people go on now.
Yeah.
You know, like back in the day, you get like celebrities that go on, like I don't know, like Total Wipeout and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like now it's like you won't get a look in if you don't have a following or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I same with like Love Island.
Love
I've
Island.
never really
They've all
watched.
got a bit before. They've all got like
Yeah,
what, 10K
I've never
followers
watched
and
it, but
stuff.
like
I don't know. I've never watched it.
I got told like on the first couple of seasons it was like Danny from Co-op had gone on it and stuff like that. But now it's like each of them's like more or less famous before they even go on, and then they just get more publicity.
Yeah.
And it's like if you don't have a following or nowadays, it's like it's crazy, isn't it? How would this in that kind of industry? Well, in any industry really. To a point, if you have like some sort of following, you're at an advantage.
You got an advantage, yeah, 1,000,000%.
I don't. It's insane how like.
Well, it's like
social
if
media's
we was
taken over, innit?
well with some because I've got a job at the at that comedy Saw the Bar,
Oh,
and
yeah.
a lot
I bet-
of these comedians, like, yeah, they're not massive, but they've got a few thousand on Instagram and stuff.
Mm.
And when they're starting a podcast like we have, they've got a few thousand people who are interested in what they're doing. They're gonna go watch that podcast.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
gonna
straight
help
away.
you.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. But even to like, I don't know. It's just when you think about it, it's kind of insane how like social media's fully taken over,
Mm.
and like it doesn't seem like it's gonna stop. It seems like when I was talking to a guy, it seems like it's
No.
like gonna be like the internet.
Well, I think
Like,
it's
it's
taken
just
over
gonna
that
keep
fast.
going,
We
like-
forget we're still at like the start, don't we?
Well, yeah, like look at like the like the metaverse and stuff like that.
That is mental. It's so scary.
People living in VR. Like, have you ever seen the? I don't know if it's a series
People
or a
are
film. Have you ever
living
seen
their
Player
lives.
One?
Player One.
The series. It basically, it's like supposed to be like 100 years from now, and the world is literally, you know, like shipping containers.
Right.
Everyone lives in shipping containers. You either live in shipping containers or you're rich.
Is this a
and live in-
series?
I think so, or it might be a film, but I've seen it, so I'm pretty sure it's a film. Like normal people.
Have you seen it and not known if it's an episode or a
Because I
series?
can't remember. Because if it is a series, it's like a 10-episode one, like a short one.
Oh, okay.
But so yeah. Anyway, so like normal people all like live in like shipping containers, and like the really like there's only like two classes. You either like normal, live in shipping containers,
Or rich.
or rich, and live in like castles and massive houses. But the way to get rich is you basically work and live. It's like the metaverse. You basically work, live, everything you do is in the VR, so it's all virtual reality. And if you like, win races and like get coins,
What? What, so like games, like mini games?
yeah, or just like doing stuff in general, just like you're good at your job, you get paid.
Also, do you work in the VR?
Yeah, like you earn your living in the virtual world, and you get like virtual money.
Wow.
And like so basically the people who are really rich and stuff are all really good in the virtual world, and that's how they get stuff in the real world. I feel like it might go to that, you know.
What, the world?
Yeah,
Why?
because everyone lives on their phones now anyway. It's like
There'll probably be. Yeah, true. Imagine if there's like. Well, I don't think it's fully, but I know what you mean. There could be like. The VR could take over that much that they could actually. You could be able to make a living from VR.
well, think how much we go on as phones, but then think how much kids who've grown up with it are going to go on their phones at our age. It'll be like 10 times more because they'll be like addicted to it. And the kids younger than them, they'll grow up on like VR and stuff.
I know,
So they
when
won't be
I
able
was
to
a
get
kid,
off it.
I generally won't buy them an iPod or.
Now I'll move to like middle of nowhere and like
Just
tell
keep
them
'em-
technology doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Like they have to hunt for their food and all that shit.
To be honest, like I find myself deleting Instagram and stuff, and then I try to let myself like just download it back on the
detox, innit?
weekend. But then you get back on it, and it's just absolute addiction,
It's
It's so bad.
it's weird, innit? Because you wouldn't see it as an addiction like other stuff.
It is.
You wouldn't
It's
see it as like,
horrible.
but then it's just as bad for like a lot of people.
Because nobody can deal with just like sitting in silence. Like on a train, you kind of want to listen to music or watch videos, but then you're like, fuck, I don't want to watch any of this shit. But then you sit there and you're like, I'm bored now.
Yeah, you don't know what to do yourself. But like,
Really, you need to get comfortable in silence.
yeah, just not like with your own
Get
thoughts.
comfortable with not doing anything,
Yeah, like it's pretty mental.
Read a book.
Yeah, read a book.
I know.
Can't remember the last time I read a book.
I know.
Genuinely.
I really want to read more.
I want to read more, but again, this is probably from like having TVs, Xbox and stuff on.
Yeah.
Get so distracted,
I think
don't you?
like I know it's far and well you say it's far, but life comes with happening. But like in the future, like when I have kids, I want to like and obviously I'd let them, but I kind of want to instead of letting them watch TV all day, like now you have to read a book first. Or just
I know what you mean.
do little things like not be
So like it does
overly
make you more
strict,
intelligent and
But I
stuff.
think like
it
I like how
definitely
Neva
does.
was shy. Her mum and dad they let them watch telly and movies and stuff, but they were like, let's read a book or go colour in and stuff. And it's a bit more real. It's a bit
It is
more
like when we were
real.
kids,
It's
we'd go
nice.
out
It's-
every day
Yeah.
and do stuff every day.
Shit.
I don't feel like as many kids do that nowadays.
No, because they can just talk to the mate on FaceTime and play on some app.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's
We used to just go out and do nothing.
literally. I remember Fairclough in year 6. They'd come to mine, and we'd be proper bored. But my parents won't let us in and play at PS3 or something. They just let us sit in the front and we'd just be like throwing rocks at a wall or something.
But you'd
We'd
make
really-
fun
but
of it.
You just we'd come up with some stupid game. Me and Jamie used to play this game with a ping pong table, and we'd just hit a ball and we had to keep it in the air so we could keep it in the air for longest.
You
Think
do
how
that for
easy that
hours,
game
wouldn't you?
would do it.
I remember like when I got my my mate's Jaws in primary school, we'd we'd go on the street and we'd play Cuppy or Hunter
Yeah.
or 40-40 for hours.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean hours. Like, if you added it up, it's probably insane the amount of time you spent
Yeah,
outside
'cause
just playing
you-
footy or something.
Get home from school and then you'd like go in, and like
Get changed. The only
Yeah.
times you wouldn't want to go home.
no,
The only times you go home is to eat,
and you couldn't be bothered eating.
and you
Your
do
mum
it as
would
fast
force
as you can just to get
Yeah.
back out.
Then your mum would make you sit down. You used to let your food settle.
Yeah, like you're about to go swimming or something like normal. Got a cup it away, you know what I mean?
I know you'd kick up such a fuss on you.
But the best nights were like our mum, like they'd ring you. Remember, like we used to go over the road and play footy and that. They'd ring you, oh, you coming for tea? I'd be like, oh no, I can't just stay out. And they'd be like, oh yeah, we'll just leave it out for you.
Yeah.
They were the best days.
Yeah.
But then other days they'd be like, no, coming on with your tea now.
Here with your family.
Yeah. But then there'd be days when they'd be like, nah, you can stay out, and you'd be buzzing.
Buzzing.
If you want, you could just stay out as late as you
Though
wanted.
it's just mad because those were so important to you. You'd get up because now it's
That's when you
weird.
made friends.
You grow up
So
fast
you
because
made friends,
you
yeah.
get back and like we get back and you worry. Oh, I've got this like bill to pay or something. But like after you'd finish work or whatever.
Mm.
But now back then you'd finish school and you'd be like, oh, I hope my mum lets me stay out to play.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
mad, that was a
like your
problem.
biggest
That
worry.
was our biggest worry, but compared to your worries now.
Yeah.
Mental.
He's insane how like.
Your worries
I
are
feel
dead.
like
Oh,
everyone
I
should have more of a childlike mindset in a way.
Yeah, be
Like, there's
more of a
something
child because being
amazing about having a child
mentality.
child's
They're
mentality, yeah.
creative as anything.
But like they have no fear.
Yeah.
Like we were saying, weren't we, ages ago? Like,
Oh my
fear is
God.
what holds you backs.
Yeah,
Just
million %.
everyone from doing
Because
stuff. Some
fear from
people
what
don't
people
want to go
think
to
of
shops. Yeah, some people are like, oh, I don't want to go shopping.
It's anxiety. But I used to get bad of it. Like I remember, I used to get quite bad. We had a work to do one time, and everyone was going to the pub, and the people who were I'd made some mates, and obviously I was hoping they wasn't there yet though, and there was people at the work too I didn't really know yet, and Ria dropped me off, and I was like, oh, I don't want to go in yet.
Well, yeah.
Because I didn't want to go in yet, and it's
To be
because
fair.
and Ria were like, okay, it's fine. And then I finally like put it with courage, because in my head I knew it'd be fine, because I knew once I sit down, someone would be like, oh, how are you doing? And I was sat talking to some random bloke for next to them, because you sit down and you finally realise it, but in your head before you think someone's going to sit down and be like, what are you doing sat next to me? Like you
Again,
just think someone's going to react
I think
like
that's
that.
the social media thing, because everything's so instant. People
Yeah.
like used to actually sitting down and interacting with other people.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty mental.
It's crazy.
Like, oh, what was I going to say?
You was going to say something.
It's not about going out and stuff. Yeah, about anxiety. Like, especially after COVID,
True.
I feel like it hit so many people. Like, we'd all go out. Halifax, just go out for a night out.
Yeah.
And I obviously like you love seeing your mates and going out, but I get a little like, I don't know. You like half of me, but I don't really want to go out and just be around loads of randoms.
Yeah. So you
Like-
just got to show yourself.
And it's like anyone could do out. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you think the worst, don't you?
Yeah.
Every time, but then now I feel like it's getting back to normality.
It's weird because
I'm like,
I just want to meet everyone now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a bit weird now because and this year I've gone to so many different cities.
I just want to meet so many new people.
Yeah, I just want to meet people because
That's
it's,
why
it's fun because when you meet people and you actually get on with it, it's good, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
just-
that's why I love when me and Amaya went on holiday last year. I knew no one. So there was like 8 of us, and we like went on holiday to this massive villa. It was so good in Croatia.
but it's good you got along with them as well because then
Oh,
if you
yeah.
went with people who you didn't really get
So
along
remember,
with,
Amaya
it
made
would've been
like
a good
a
holiday.
full-on PowerPoint to persuade me to go.
Amaya made a PowerPoint.
Yeah, because she was like, "Oh, do you?" Someone like my mates from down south were on about going on holiday because some of their mates dropped out, and they were like asked us if we wanted to go. I only knew like one person, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know. Like, I might not like. What if I get there, paid all this money for a whole week? I'm stuck in a house with people I don't like."
Yeah, and
But then-
that's more of a risk thing, really, isn't it?
Yeah, but then it's like that was the first thing that came to my head. But there's not many people I don't get on with.
True.
There's like reasons, like pros and cons of why you should go away with strangers. So like that, it was like pros, you can make new friends. Cons, if you don't like anyone, I will be there. Like,
True, because it's like you can go do your own stuff.
yeah. But to be fair, we went to this. You're showing the Villa Anna, weren't you?
Yeah, beautiful.
It was insane. Like we literally didn't leave it. Well, we did.
You spent a lot of days there, didn't you?
Yeah, but we spent a lot of time there and didn't get bored of it at all.
Wow.
It was so good. We should all get one.
Cool, good one.
Nice one, bro.
What?
You went cool, good one. Just like that.
What do you mean to say it like that? Cool, good one.
You say like a robot. Like an AI robot.
I don't know. Responding like that.
It's like C3PO. Cool, good one.
Good one. So the odds of us completing this podcast are 1,000 to 1.
Oh, I love Star Wars, man.
I like it. Oh, we can't
No,
we
we
can't
can't.
roll into this. 'cause
Not
if we
another-
start- another subject that we can look at.
No.
Star Wars is sick though.
so good.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Darth Vader is a boy.
Me and my mate at work were saying they have to do a season 2.
You think? I don't think they won't do it though.
But it's so, like, it's good, but it's so bland. He hasn't even started slicing people up yet.
Have you got to realize he's old now?
But there's 2 episodes left. He will get to
There's
a
only
point.
2.
There's only 6 episodes, yeah.
What? I thought We have like another 8 episodes to go or something.
Exactly. That's why there needs to be another season.
But there won't be.
No, I think they've already said they probably will be. Like they will be.
Is it?
Because what are they going to do in 2 more like 2 more hours that can fill in all the context and be like, yeah, that will feel fulfilled.
Could kill Princess Leia, then bring her back to life.
Oh my days, kill the child.
Child.
What
She's a
would
bit
you-
annoying, Princess Leia.
You think?
Nah,
I think the actor's sick.
Yeah, I know. I'm
I
joking.
think she did it well.
No, but that scene in the second episode, how stupid is that?
Which one?
You
Oh,
know,
they're
when you're
chasing
trying to
her
chase her,
woods.
and why is it so hard to catch a 5-year-old then? Oh, these skilled bounty hunters. You can't even catch a 5-year-old in it. Took about 5 hours to
There's
collect
loads of
her.
stuff in, like, loads of films like that though.
With cringy combat.
Right, I was watching...
Cringe combat, that's a
Cringy
sick
combat.
saying.
Yeah, because that is a sick thing. Cringe combat. I was watching The Hobbit, the third one, forgot the name.
Yeah.
He's so sick. Like Legolas is like he like climbs these bricks and
I've
does like
never
a
seen
bag. Right, we'll watch him. And Legolas is sick. He's
They're so
like
long, though.
firing
Like
they
3
are
hours long,
but
aren't they?
so good. And the combat is just sick, and the like you can tell the actors. You know, how actors like put graft into the work.
Yeah.
These actors are obviously trained in
It's like-
a swordsmanship. It's like
Yeah,
boom, boom,
yeah.
like slice, and then you watch the third Star Wars. Rain in whatever the other bullet's coming. He's so dead.
He's
The combat
such a
is,
ball, man.
and it's like, no, I'm sorry. You put millions and billion pounds into this movie, and you have shit combat like this. It's one of the biggest things of Star Wars. You've got to see some good combat.
Yeah. But it's same with like a lot of like films, like fighting films. That they either make it so unrealistic it's like blah. Or they try and make it so like realistic that again it's just a ball.
Yeah.
I feel like the Marvel films do it sometimes as well.
What?
Like they make the combat so over the top.
Yeah, but it's comic though. You get that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But still,
True. It's kind of you expect the same stuff, but
yeah.
But it's
that's
like,
what I mean. That it's all
maybe-
the same.
but
Like there's
like
only
the
so
Star Wars
far over
combat
the top
was
you can
good.
kind of do.
the
Which
you
one?
know Attack of
1, 2, and
the
3.
Clones and
Oh my days, that was
That's it.
insane. They got like a swordsman guy in. Because I remember I used to have the
Definitely.
box set, and it was like the making of Star Wars, like the fourth like little teaser episode,
yeah.
and then it just showed you how they made it and like all the green screen and like it's mad how much goes into making a film.
I don't know.
I remember I used
When
to,
they put the graft in, it's just so much better and it shows.
I used to proper want to be an actor
So,
or a director.
I'd still do it.
Yeah, I think I'd definitely do it. But I think it's more when you're a kid you think, oh yeah, like you don't realise all the green screen and how much of it the actors don't even see till the film's on.
Yeah.
Like that, like something like Jurassic World, they don't construct a big robotic dinosaur to chase them. That's imagination. Like that, do you know what I mean? That whole thing's there. They've got all magic. They'll get told, right, this is the scene, and then they have to create the scene. Like they have to imagine it in their head.
You know, some guys do it though.
What?
Because they'll have like a really shit like figurine behind them and then they'll put green screen on it.
Oh yeah, but it's
Like
still
Yoda, it was like the first one, Phantom
It's like a
Menace,
poppy
he-
one.
like a kind of walking one. And then in the second one, he was still kind of there, but then they put more of digitalization in the end product. But yeah, it is, yeah.
But like,
Sorry, carry on.
it's like kind of going back to like that childlike mindset. Like it's imagination, innit? Like
Yeah.
everyone's got an imagination. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone's creative in some way or another.
And the way the world is at the moment, it's like everyone forgets they have it.
Yeah, it's like everyone's robots just staring at their phones, and the people
So
who are
scary.
using, but the people who are using their imagination and being creative
Living life, aren't they?
are like,
Happy.
yeah, like the content people, like the people who are making the videos everyone's watching, like even on TikTok, like
Taking that risk, doing things they love.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's proper insane. Episode 4 coming soon.
You know.
This
We're hoping, well, not hoping, we will have a guest soon.
soon.
No, thought you were going to have
Is
some
there
boys
anyone
come.
you can recommend?
Yeah.
Just give us a shout.
And
Bang it in the
we're
comments.
hoping, well, we're wanting, when we've got a few viewers, just put in the comments, Instagram, Spotify, if you can. Just put in things you want to hear, and we'll do a Q&A.
Yeah,
Any
topics.
series you want us to talk about, topics you want to hear us, what you want to hear our views on. large podcast.
Got a few videos coming as well.
Yeah.
Got some stuff in the mix.
Yeah, we've got some videos coming, don't you worry.
Anyway, cool. Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Peace.
Safe.